This was me, ABC poker, getting shoved around. Weak, boring, predictable. Then I stopped waiting for cards and I started fighting. It was dangerous and profitable. Now this is your saga. I learned to fight. Now I'll teach you. Ben Riggs, this is your saga. Let's get to work on stealing some pots. Ace-8 offsuit on the button. Steals the blinds. Ace-Jack offsuit in the big blind. Casual player on the button limps. I got a move for this. It's a novelty move. It's not a serious move, but it's very profitable. Great for your red line. Great for your table image. I call this move the punishing gorilla. So here I go. I shove. Villain folds. You won't believe what they'll call with, especially the second time it happens. I have another YouTube video where I explain this move and how profitable it is. It's not a joke. Queen-Jack offsuit and small blind. We try to steal the blinds against unknown villain. Villain flat calls. Great flop to c-bet. No idea what the villain's up to. And we have a gut shot. Villain calls. Ace is a scare card. All over my stealing range from the small blind. Villain's wide. A lot of middling cards. Absolutely barreling here out of position with the gut shot. Villain calls. The only thing that missed here, obviously, is the flush draw. Doesn't look too good for me. Not a great spot. The villain has some kings they'll call with, and some aces they'll certainly call with, but I still want to fold out hands like pocket sixes or pocket sevens. I think it's a decent place to barrel. Not printing money, but meh. I barrel. Villain folds. I'm not against my play here at all. The flop was absolutely a good place to bet. The turn was absolutely a good place to barrel. Board didn't run out like we wanted it to. Villain didn't fold the turn like we wanted him to. So we found ourselves in a position where we're not really printing money anymore. That's okay. Don't be discouraged by this. Go ahead and check fold, or go ahead and three barrel. Don't worry too much about the results. 5-8 suited in the big blind. Button limps. Casual, very wide player. Small blind completes. We check. Probably could have stabbed here. Shucks. Yeah, missed a spot. Okay, my bad, my mistake. Maybe I was distracted, some action on another table, but I think this is a good place to stab. I missed it. Yeah, we could have taken that pot. Oh well. Ace-5 suited on the button. Called by the big blind, unknown player. Very connected flop. Kind of hits a big blind range, but it's king high flop. We have backdoor flush equity, gut shot. Sure, I'm betting here. Villain check raises, so we fold. Do you ever call this? No way, why would you call? We were bluffing. We missed the flop. It's all over the villain's range. Maybe the villain only has a draw. Still beats us. And there's a lot of strong draws here. A lot of two pair. I'm out. 6-4 suited in the small blind. Folds around to us. So villain here, after 7 hands, has not entered the pot. And I've observed them insta-folding. That is, selecting the pre-select, so as soon as you bet, they fold. In these cases, I'm raising with any 2 cards. I call this move the silent condor. The silent condor observes, then it feeds. I have a video out about this one too, check it out. We raise, villain folds. Ace-queen on the button. Tag in the big blind flat calls. This is a terrible flop to c-bet, especially against this villain. Best move I think is to check here. Of course I can't help myself and I c-bet, villain folds. Probably not the best move technically here. I don't think it's too far off. I'm not going to cry about my mistake. I think it's close, but probably a check. Jack 10 suited in the big blind. Tag raises from the button. We 3-bet. Villain folds. Personally, I'd rather play, but still a good result. 10-7 suited on the big blind. Weak tag raises from the button. We call. We whiff. Very little equity. Out of position. I think I just check fold. You came here to see me fight for pots. How come I'm not fighting here? I probably let about 1 out of 3 pots go, and I fight for the rest. Whether I fight or not depends on position, equity, and how wide the villain is. This is 1 out of those 3 that I fold. 3-3 in the cutoff. Big blind is very aggressive so far. You can make an argument for just letting this go. 3-3 doesn't play that well post flop, but I'm in position, and it's only 22 hands, so I bump it up. And take some blinds. Don't see monsters under the bed. Villain limps. I check. Villain's limping here with literally half the deck. In this case, I don't care about my equity or my position. I just know how often the villain misses, so I'm stabbing. Another thing that makes this stab so profitable is all of the scare cards that can come on the turn. Straight's complete, flush is complete, a king, an ace. He's not hanging on unless he has a hand. Sometimes he'll have a hand, but the math works. This is printing money. I stab. Villain calls. And the turn isn't the scare card we wanted. It also didn't increase our equity. We're also out of position. If anything, this turn increases the villain's draws. So we went from an incredibly profitable situation to a very unprofitable scenario. Again, don't let this discourage you from doing the right move on the flop just because the turn didn't work out. Just one of those times. There's still some scare cards to come on the river, so I'd like to bet. I'm not saying it's profitable anymore, but I think it's a little bit better than just checking. The villain's not cooperating. The river's not cooperating. So now we're even in a worse spot. There's nothing we can do at this point to salvage any equity in his hand. To me, a third bluff or a check, it's a coin flip. When it's a coin flip, I'm gonna bluff. It's good for my image, especially if I catch a monster and go up against this villain again, which is likely. So I bet. Villain calls, turns over, pocket fives. Would the completion of the flush have kicked him off the hand? I think so. An ace or a king with continued pressure? Probably. Poker is brutal. You need to let these things roll right off your shoulders. You want to be a redline warrior, you gotta take the wins and the losses. Buckle up, Buttercup. This is a wild ride. Captain's big blind. A lag raises from the small blind. I'm drooling, but villain folds. Very disciplined. I don't know what stake this is. In this session, I was mixing tables up to 25 and L. 8-8 in mid position. The tag min raises from early position. Very tight. 12-12 after 34 hands. I'm looking down the line and I see some 3-betters. Villain 2 is very active 3-betting. 27 is his stat. Villain 4 has been 3-betting the big blind 40% after 111 hands. The last thing I want to do here is flat call and get squeezed. Plus, if I flat call, is Villain 5 or anyone else at this table going to stack off if I hit my set? It's time to get out of that 2010 mentality. You don't win at poker anymore by calling and hoping to hit hands. The money comes from barreling with equity. So that's what I'm going to do. Everyone folds. Comment lawyers might say, why are you 3-betting 8-8? It's a good hand. You're turning it into a bluff. I might agree. It's probably not a great hand to 3-bet with. It's got no blockers, and I'm up against a tight early position. I'll also acknowledge an argument for just folding there. Ace-Jack offsuit from mid position. We get min 3-bet by a fish. 44-0 after 17 hands. Aggression frequency, 27%. That is as loose passive as you can get. Unknown cold completes. And another loose passive player calls. Obviously you call here for pot odds, right? The flop can come ace, ace, jack, or ace, ace, ace. But this isn't 2010, and that's not how I play. I'm either gonna shove or fold here. And given villain 7's range, I'm gonna fold. You all suck at poker. Seriously, I sat down at this table expecting warriors. What I found was a daycare for lost chips. These players played that hand like they're being chased by a bear. That bear is their bankroll. That's what I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Come train with me. Subscribe. We're not going to feed you to the sharks. We're going to make you a shark. This is your saga. I'll see you in the dojo.